Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Regulation of gene expression. Lecture number 1 in respect to how genes they are regulated and how these regulated genes they are expressed themselves. Genes are expressed themselves through a multi-step process. The expression of gene it involves various processes from starting from the DNA, then transcription, then translation so as to form a functional gene product. However, the gene product may be restricted at transcription level as non-coding gene product as different types of RNA, but genes they are also express themselves into a functional proteins. The regulation of gene expression may be at transcriptional level, may be at post-transcriptional level, translational level, or post-translational level. Genes they may be a constitutive genes, means they express themselves, continuously express themselves. For example, the proteins which are involved in cellular basic cellular metabolism or cellular functions, they express themselves. So they are not tightly regulated, means that all genes they are not tightly regulated, but they their regulation is according to their circumstances. Constitutive genes they always expressed at basal level or at cell so as to perform the cellular functions, but these constitutive genes they are also known as the housekeeping genes. They express themselves continuously, they are not tightly regulated, while certain other genes they express themselves time to time according to the condition of the cell, and these genes they are under the heading of tight regulation. These genes they are known as regulated genes, and they express themselves according to the situation of the cell. So all of these conditions they also express the cellular differentiation and morphogenesis and adaptability of any organisms. The expression of genes it also defines the cellular differentiation, morphogenesis, and adaptability of any organisms. The gene expression of gene regulation it is best understood in prokaryotes. However, many themes, many situations they are repeated in eukaryotes, but the expression of gene or regulation to express the gene it is under complicated process in eukaryotes as compared to prokaryotes. Mostly the regulation take place at the transcriptional level. This one is the different levels of regulation for the expression of a gene. These expression may be at transcriptional control, may be at post-transcriptional level. Then this RNA it transport towards the cytosol and at the translational level and post-translational level. So at different circumstances they are regulated so as to control the its gene product or circumstances of the cell. These are the different levels of regulation for the gene expression. Maybe at DNA level, maybe at DNA level as the regulatory sequences are present on the DNA which are tightly regulated, maybe as transcriptional level, and through splicing or other ways, or post-transcriptional level, or maybe at translational level. In prokaryotes, mostly the gene regulation takes place at the transcriptional level. Most of the regulation take place at the transcriptional level through the regulatory proteins bound to their regulatory sequence, or transcription may be halted. So immature transcription take place or premature transcription take place in prokaryotes, or transcriptional factors or repressors they bound to their regulatory sequence so as to repress the transcription. Mostly in prokaryotes, the regulation take place at the transcriptional level. Now, eukaryotic level of gene expression, it take place at DNA level. As DNA, the structure of DNA, it is much more complicated as compared to the prokaryotes. Then it form the transcript, for example messenger RNA. Then post transcriptional level, the this one is the primary RNA transcript. Then it formed the post transcriptional modification and form the functional messenger RNA. Then this messenger RNA goes towards the cytosol, from where the translation take place, proteins are formed, and these proteins, they are further modified. This one is the post translational modification. In eukaryotes, all of these processes, they involve to express the gene. So different levels of gene expression, or different steps, they are involved for the regulation of gene expression. Further, there are the cis-acting elements. These cis-acting elements, they are basically the non-coding nucleotide sequence present on the DNA. These are the regulatory sequence, and these regulatory these regulatory sequence, when bound to their specific trans-acting factors, or the transcriptional factors, or the repressors, they regulate the gene expression. For example, the trans-acting trans-acting factors are those which are produced by the genes present on other chromosomes, or they are or in case of prokaryotes, let's say the bacteria, when chromosome is present, they produce in and then they are act as a repressor for other genes, or maybe they are transcriptional factors for other genes, so produced by the other genes which are not the part of these genes, the respective genes, and then they activate or deactivate or repress the other genes. These are the trans-acting factors, while the cis-acting elements, they are the regulatory sequence, they are the response elements, they are the regulatory sequence which are present on DNA of the same gene. It is the part of the gene which can be regulated, but trans-acting factors, they are produced from the genes which is not the part of the respective gene, and after production it can repress or can activate the respective gene. Trans-acting factors and cis-acting elements, they are also the factors to activate or deactivate or repress the certain genes. In case of prokaryotes, the gene regulation mostly takes place at the transcriptional level. The prokaryotes contain the genes of a single metabolic pathway. All the genes, they are present at a sequence, and these sequential arrangement of these genes, they produce the polycistronic messenger RNA. Along with these sequential arrangement of genes, they form the operon system. So in prokaryotes, operon system is present, which is absent in eukaryotes. Operon means the sequential arrangement of all the coding regions, or all the genes, which then express into the polypeptides needed for a single metabolic pathway, along with their regulatory sequence. These are the regulatory sequence of this operon system. We discuss about the lac operon. Operon means the sequential arrangement of gene present in a system, or for a single metabolic pathway, along with their regulatory sequence. A lac operon, let's see the example of lac operon. Lac operon, it consists of three genes: LAC-Z, LAC-Y, and LAC-A. LAC-Z is for beta galactosidase, LAC-Y is permease, and LAC-E is transacetase, beta-galactosidase transacetylase enzyme. These three enzymes, they are produced from a sequential arrangement of these genes. All of these enzymes which are produced from these genes, they are involved for the lactose metabolism in case of prokaryotes or bacteria. However, these genes, these are regulated under a regulatory sequence present with the same genes. So the whole system, it is known as the lac operon. This one is the whole system. The regulatory sequence of lac operon, it consists of an operator region. This is the region or nucleotide sequence on which the repressor bind, and when repressor bind to the operator system, it blocks RNA polymerase, and the promoter region on which the RNA polymerase, as we know in transcription that on the promoter region, specific promoter regions are present which recognized by sigma factors, and RNA polymerase bind on the promoter region. And other deregulatory sequence for lac operon is CAP site. CAP site or CAP site, which is the catabolite activator protein binding site, and it binds when the complex cyclic AMB CAP complex, then it will activate this operon. So all of these operator, the promoter and CAP binding site, they are known as the regulatory sequence of the single lactose metabolism. For lactose metabolism, all of the enzymes, they are produced from multiple coding region. All of these coding region, their own initiation as well as the termination sequences. So three sets of initiation or start and stop sequences, they are present on each gene has their separate initiation as well as the termination sequence. This one is the set or the gene or the operon system model in case of prokaryotes. Now when protein, which is known as the repressor, bind to this operator system, it will inhibit the transcription of all of these genes, because the RNA polymerase, when bind to this promoter region, it can't pass through this operator region when bind with the repressor. But when this region is empty, it bind with this region and can transcribe the whole of the genes. The repressor, it is the product of another gene, gene I. But gene I, it is not the part of this lac operon. It is regulated in other way. However, it produces the repressor, and this repressor, when it will bind with this operator region of lac operator, this repressor is produced from LAC-I gene, and when bind with this operator region, it can inhibit the transcription of all of these three genes. So one point for the regulation of transcription is when repressor bind to the operator region in lac operon. However, this repressor, it is deactivated or repressed by inducer. Inducer is formed by the conversion of lactose into allolactose. And when allolactose is present, it means allolactose will also be produced, and it will bind with this repressor, change its conformation, so no more it will bind to this operator region, and the expression of gene take place. This LAC-I gene product, it is one of the example of trans-acting factor, because it is produced from other gene and then it will act on the other respective gene. When there is a presence of glucose, the prime food of bacteria is glucose. When glucose or lactose both present, but it primarily it will hydrolyze this glucose. When glucose is present, one condition is that when glucose is present and lactose is absent, then what happen? In the presence of glucose, there is no formation of cyclic AMP, and if cyclic AMP is not formed, then it cannot bind with the CAP protein, catabolite activator protein, or it is also known as CRP, catabolite regulator protein. It can't be bind, and a complex is not formed, and this complex it can bind on the CAP binding site, cyclic AMP CAP. It can form a complex and bind on this region. When there is no complex, no formation of the complex, no binding at this region, so what happen? In the presence of glucose, no allolactose is produced. Gene I, it will form the repressor which can bind on the operator region, and even though the polymerase it can bind, but it can't actively produce all of these genes. So these genes, they are repressed in the presence of glucose and in the absence of lactose. And this one is the we know that operon is off. This is the negative regulation or in case of prokaryotes, or in case of lack operon. However, when glucose is absent and lactose is present, then what happens? In the presence of lactose, this lactose it will produce the allolactose an inducer. This allolactose it will bind with the repressor, change its conformation. First one is it is in this conformation, and after binding it will change its conformation. While changing its conformation, it is no longer bound to this operator region. Now the polymerase, when it binds to its promoter region, and along with there is a complex of CAP and cyclic AMP, because in the absence of glucose a cell is also produce the cyclic AMP. This adenylyl cyclase, it will produce the cyclic AMP from ATP and form a complex with CAP. Now this complex binds with CAP binding protein, and what happen? All of these conditions they fulfill to on the operon system, so it can actively produce all of these three genes. Now messenger RNA produced, which is a polycistronic, it consists of a three coding region, and these three coding region then produce the different types of enzyme: beta galactosidase, galactoside permease, and thiogalactosidase transacetylase. All of these three genes they are actively produced so as to metabolize the lactose. When lactose is present and glucose is absent, then this operon system it is turned on. However, in the absence of lactose and in the presence of glucose, this system will be turned off. When both are present, third condition is that when both are present, glucose is present and lactose is present, then what happens? In the presence of glucose, there is no formation of cyclic AMP, and this cyclic AMP is no more bound with the CAP protein, and there is no complex. When there is no complex, it can't be bound at this side. So this side will be empty. If this side is empty, it means there is no actively transcription take place. Polymerase will be bind at the promoter region, but in the presence of glucose, there is no allolactose, and so there is no inducer, and this inducer will not change this conformation of the repressor. Now repressor will be bind on the operator region, and what happened? The binding of this repressor on the operator region, it turned off the operon system. So lac operon will be turned off when there is a presence of glucose. The prime source of bacteria is glucose. When both are present, it primarily it hydrolyze or consume this glucose. However, when glucose it consumed the whole glucose present in the medium, then after the glucose deficiency, it will now utilize this lactose. So when we draw a curve, it is biphasic. Biphasic mean first of all it will hydrolyze this glucose, and then after then when whole glucose is consumed, then after then it will set their conditions according to the lactose, and then it will produce their enzymes so as to hydrolyze this lactose. So in the presence of both, the prime source is glucose, primarily it will hydrolyze glucose, and after then lactose. This is all four conditions by which we can express the lac operon turned on or turned off. When glucose is present and lactose is present, then operon off, because the primarily it will hydrolyze the glucose and no transcription take place, as there is no binding of the CAP on their respective side. However, when glucose is present and lactose absent, then what happen? There is a repressor bound to their operator region, and operon is also turned off. But when glucose is absent and lactose is present, it means in the absence of glucose, CAP, cyclic AMP, bind to their CAP binding sites, but this complex bind, but repressor, it is no more detached from this operator region, because there is no inducer in the absence of lactose, and this repressor will remain bind to their operator region. So in this condition, the lac operon is also turned off. But when there is a glucose absent but lactose is present, then all conditions fulfill to operon on, because allolactose will produce, which repress the change the conformation of the repressor. So repressor is no more binding to the operator region, it detached from the operator region. Polymerase bind at the operator region, and along with the absence of glucose, the CAP, cyclic AMP complex, it will also bind to the CAP binding site. And when this take place, then it means the operon will be on. So whole conditions which express how lac operon it will operate it, in the presence or in the absence of glucose, in the presence or absence of the lactose. This is the example at the transcription level in prokaryotes, how these conditions they fulfill for the activation of the transcription, or for the deactivation or repression of the transcription. These are the genes which show the different regions. This one is the CAP binding site, and CAP binding site it binds a complex of cyclic AMP CAP protein, and cyclic AMP is always produced when there is an absence of glucose. This one is the promoter region from where the RNA polymerase binding, and in lac operon the operator region is downstream of the promoter region which bind the repressor gene. Thank you very much.